Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back again to another episode of the Pitbull Discussions. I think this should be 70-something episode. We've been trying so hard, and this wouldn't be possible without you. But talk to me about that Canadian. I got that as a Canadian. I know we skipped that episode. Let's talk about that Monaco. What happened Monaco this year? I think Monaco took it personal. What do you think? What do you guys think? Monaco took it personal because every year we're always talking about how Monaco or race qualification is where the drama happens. But this year, looks like Monaco took it personal.
So chaos. So are we going back to chaos whereby chaos is a good race?
That's actually a discussion we were having with you. What are the ingredients of an entertaining race?
Okay, in K1 people are very happy with the race, but because it was chaotic. Entertainment and chaos is the same thing.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Better than Canada?
Yeah, way better than Canada.
Come on, no.
Not enough chaos in Canada?
No, actually, Canada was good because of one specific thing, and that's actually the topic we'll open with. Kimi versus George. Because what was happening there, it was just, look, this is my own opinion. It was blatantly disrespectful driving from Kimi. He was disrespecting the superior driver. He was just like, I do not care if you got pole. I do not care if they call you Mr. Saturday here in Canada. I do not care if Canada is a track you predominantly perform well. I am coming for your chains disrespectfully. And I actually love that. Now that you've mentioned it, that you brought it in, I'm not torn between Monaco and Canada because Canada, the entertainment that Kimi, Antonelli, and George Russell gave us.
Canada had more ingredients than Monaco. One, when it came to weather, tons of uncertainty. Is it going to rain? Are we going to have a dry race? Remember when McLaren made the wrong strategy call to start on Inters?
Yeah.
We had DNSs in Canada. We had DNFs. And just like you mentioned, we had, I think that's the best teammate battle so far this year, George and Kimi.
Have we? Now that you've mentioned teammate battles, have we been seeing teammate battles in recent years? Is this the first one since Rosberg and Hamilton?
For the championship, yes. Checo and Max almost giving us one. We all know what happened. But this year we've also had Charles and Hamilton, China. Remember there was a time everyone was at the edge of their seats
Leclerc was like, that's naughty from him.
Yeah, you guys are going to crash, Bana. Yeah. I think Canada was a better.
Even me, I'll pick Canada because when it comes to chaotic offering a good nini, I don't normally like to associate it with accident. I like to.
Say it with your chest. I'll pull up that episode a couple of years ago.
But there was no major that big of an accident. But for me, between Monaco and Canada, I'll pick the Canada over Monaco, because Monaco, as much as people said it was entertaining, for me, quali in Canada will always be the best quali of the season.
Quali in Canada or Monaco?
Monaco always gives me the best quali. But race, it's only that there were a lot of DNFs.
As a Ferrari fan myself, I think my only highlight from the Canadian weekend is when Charles was doing Tokyo Drift pale karibu to the Wall of Champions. I don't know if you guys saw that clip. That should be my highlight of the weekend because we did absolutely nothing in that race.
Same thing with Monaco.
We're getting there. We did absolutely nothing. So that is my highlight. At least Lord Percival decided to give us a snapshot of him being in the next cover of the next Fast and Furious film. But moving on to...
The Not Fast and the Furious. wait, where's my to-do?
Anyway,
yeah.
Moving on. We saw the Monaco weekend, and we came from this was a double header. No, it wasn't a double header.
No, it wasn't.
There was a gap in. We are currently in the double header. We're shooting this in the midst of a double header because we have Barcelona coming up. McLaren were in the picture. They were no longer in the picture. But before even we get to McLaren and everything involved with that, we're talking about Kimi and George. Now, Canada is predominantly a George track. George performs well there.
And I had given George an ultimatum for Canada.
Hey, you want to collect receipts? Ama you're giving him a pass?
Let him finish.
But you know me, I saw to defend George to death.
To death.
Tunazikwa na yeye.
I thought you don't care. These people are being paid millions of dollars.
No, it is a decision I made because, as I said, I'm seeing some things. I'm not happy with some things the way they are happening in Mercedes. But for Monaco, I would not fault any other person other than George. But for Canada, which had given him an ultimatum, I don't even know what to say.
The defense.
The only defense I have is that the engine failed. It died on him. And I can't really put it on him. And he was leading. Oh, yes, they were changing. They were changing, but he was leading when the engine died.
If the engine failure doesn't happen, this is a what if scenario. If the engine failure doesn't happen, do you think he still wins that race?
For the purposes of this conversation, yes.
What about your
He was leading.
I don't think so.
He was leading the race.
Antonelli was on his neck.
So was George on his neck
Bro,
before
you're
he
not
overtook.
dropping me.
You know that meme? Yeah, the guy is recording people fighting. The rest of the grid was in awe. And I remember Kimi was, he was out for blood.
Yeah.
But they were changing position.
No, they were not.
There was a time Kimi was leading and he went wide on the hairpin.
George had to resort to terrorism.
Yes.
There was
There was a lot of questionable driving from George. A lot.
Remember when Max was saying that was naughty from him?
Yeah.
When he pushed Kimi off to the bunkers, Kiasi. Yeah, was it turn 13, turn 12, 13 Apple? And Max was also like, that's naughty.
Yeah.
And
Questionable racing from George.
I'll still defend George. He was leading when it died.
Toto had to intervene and tell Kimi, listen, if you do not stop this, we will put a stop to it.
Yeah.
The team had to intervene. But Kimi, listen, again, I'll say it again. Disrespectful to George Russell. Disrespect.
That is Canada or Monaco?
In Kenya. In Kenya, we have that song, Sikutambui. You know that?
Kimi had his foot on George.
Then, what made it even spicier is during the press conferences, George said, it's your championship to lose. How can I lose something I've not yet attained? Telling you I'm in love with this Italian guy, man. No, Didi. But, I'm loving this. I can't wait for him to be that Ferrari red suit 2031.
You know, it's funny how now Russell is sounding like Checo.
Okay. Actually, you know when I was
2023 to be exact.
when I was preparing for this pod and going through the George's Nini, it gave me the Ricardo vibe. I felt exactly the same way I was feeling when I was defending Ricardo. You're looking for notes to defend. Like they are very thin. It's a small one. Because when it comes to Monaco, like there's absolutely no excuse. Yes, the Mercedes were nowhere, practice 1 and practice 2. Somehow Kimi found something, and George remained where he was. You know, that tells me that okay, this is not working. There's something that is working. At least the least you can do is copy. Copy.
There's a hint that George gave us. This was leading into the Miami Grand Prix. I think you pointed it out. He said that he's not looking forward to Miami because he struggles in low grip circuits. But if you think about it, this generation of cars, they have, 33% less downforce?
Yeah.
They don't have grip.
Yeah.
So all tracks are going to be low grip circuits. Now, George, and I think I asked this in the last pod, is this George's peak, if I can put it that way? Like, have we seen the most out of George?
I think we have.
If the answer is yes, if I ask the same question about Kimi, I think this will put an end to who's the better driver now.
You know,
I'm not like writing him off. There's still some hope. Yes.
Bro, how long are you going to be doing this?
Listen, in a 2-horse race, he's found a way to be third.
Okay, the only thing that I have at the moment is that last year Russell finished 150 points ahead of Kimi.
But Kimi was adjusting. Looks like
I know. So long as the 150-point gap isn't met yet, I'll still have hope.
I'm a George Russell fan, But I've always been, come on. This is like the sixth pod or something I've seen this. Yeah. But I'm also not saying happy George being leashed. I think that's the term that's being used out there in the streets by Kimi. But we have to be objective. Where George is at the moment, you can't say it's the car. Because Kimi is driving the wheels off of that car.
Yeah.
What's happening to George?
So wait.
His mental.
You said Kimi is driving the wheels of that car, and on Sunday he actually achieved a pretty rare achievement in that Mercedes. He had his first Grand Slam, so just give him that one.
Okay. Now you're saying you can't totally blame it on the car, and I agree with you. And I think even Russell himself said now he has to find new ways of driving this car, because it seems, and I think we talked about it before. When young guys come, they are quicker to adapt. And I'm trying to answer your pick thing.
I remember we talked about it.
The younger are quicker to adapt. So I think Russell is in that point where he needs to adapt, and he said it. But whether he has reached his peak, it is unknown. It's that curve that is like stagnating. You don't know whether it's going to go down or it's going to go up. Because on one side, I'm seeing Ricardo vibes. On the other hand, I'm seeing somebody who can turn it around.
In my experience watching the sport, let me be honest. Like, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. In my experience watching the sport, I have never seen any driver come back from a whooping from their teammate. Or from going back all the way from the Alonso situation with Hamilton, because this is a reincarnation of that fiasco at McLaren, whereby a young rookie comes in, wipes the floor. The only difference here is at least Alonso was a world champion. George has nothing to show for it. Now, the other thing that also happened, Webber and Vettel, Rosberg and Schumacher, Vettel and Ricardo.
Vettel and Ricardo, and then
Vettel and Leclerc. Hey, goddamn, Vettel, you're taking too many L's.
And then Ricardo and Norris.
Lewis and George, but the Lewis situation, guys try to defend him.
And there's also Lewis and Charles.
Yeah, Lewis.
Or Charles is no longer young.
Yeah, but that's different.
Okay.
That's different. But you see the pattern I'm drawing here. Once a driver is fully mounted on you, I hated using those words, but
Pause.
There's no disembanking.
Once a driver,
Mushiri,
once a driver is on you, evil.
To your comment, George said yes, he has to learn new ways to drive this car. Do you guys remember? I think this was leading to Australia, even before the first race. George came out and said, I had to disassemble myself and assemble myself properly to drive this car. And he was confident. I kid you not.
You know, I'm laughing.
George himself.
I'm laughing because all comments George makes age like milk. Because you remember, he's also the guy who said, if I was in this car 5 years earlier, the champion.
Bruh, I remember after winning Australia, I really love this guy. He was making those comments using the Antonelli voice.
This is the one.
So what's going on? George is going through something called the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Which is?
Where you think you've mastered something.
You will know you do not know. I believe there is one guy happier. How do I put it? Let me phrase my words. Let me put my words properly. Let me disassemble my words.
George. But you need to tell George to lock in again. I don't think he had you last time.
I need to tell him.
He used the wrong padlock to lock it.
But finish what you are saying.
He entered the wrong room.
First of all, finish what you are saying.
There's this person in my head. This is what I'm saying, because I try to read in between the lines. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm giving you this show. That's why we're doing this in the first place. I believe the happiest person on that grid with George's misery is Valtteri Bottas.
Why?
You remember when George was resorting to terrorism to get him out of that Mercedes seat? You forgotten. Was it Canada, by the way? I think it was Canada.
No, it was...
it was Imola.
It was Imola.
Yeah. It was Imola, ile straight, that certain straight.
He was still in Williams.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
still
he
at Williams. He was making sure Toto knows this is not your driver. This is not your future. I
Whatever
am the
George
future.
is doing is nasty work.
Now,
Also,
it's even
He
crazy
beat
because
Lewis. He
also
beat Lewis
during
just to feel Bottas' position. George, you're my boy, but that is nasty
Also
work,
during
man.
COVID, when Hamilton did tested positive and Russell had to sit in.
Sakir,
he made sure Sakir.
He wiped the floor.
Yeah, with Bottas.
Only the gods to DNF him. He DNF'd. He
You know,
did
it's
not.
interesting.
Yeah.
He didn't win that
Because
race.
right now,
Today I still think Mercedes didn't want him to win that to win. Remember, I think it was a false tire, a slow puncture or something, and then they called him in.
Yeah. It was
To that. Yeah.
He had to do all I know, he did an extra pit stop than
all I know is I saw a meme. You know the Spider-Man, the Peter Parker meme. The OG Spider-Man. Yeah. So when he's wearing the glasses, it looks like when he's looking, it looks like George. But he wears the glasses, he looks like Walter.
Bro, how many wins Kimi right now?
5, 6,
5.
5 in a row plus the other one. God damn, 5 in a row.
5 in a row.
5. How many
we are going
wins?
to- listen, we are
How
going
many
to
wins
Barcelona.
under George's belt?
3.
No, his entire
Toto
Formula 1
wins.
career. Yeah.
I no idea.
6.
6.
So he has one
You're
more.
lying. 6.
6.
George Russell has 6 career wins in a Mercedes.
Yes.
Being there for 4 years.
And Antonelli, how many? 5. George, you need to lock in, man.
He locked him with the wrong padlock. And remember, his seat is in jeopardy because I don't see Toto walking with him in the paddock. I see Toto walking with somebody else.
But that Toto was on the podium.
Toto was on the
He
podium.
was on the podium. No, that's a statement.
Yeah.
Did you guys read what Toto said about George? Okay, so blah blah blah, George, whatever, he's going to bounce back. And then he said George is one of the best. He didn't say George is the best. And again, I will say this. Toto has never said George will be world champion.
Oh, he's never put him in that conversation.
He has never.
And that is why I'm supporting him.
George, you need to lock in.
Do you think he gets that contract extension? Because his contract expires this year.
Yeah, he can get a +1 and driver number 2 kind of contract.
No, I don't see it happening. I really don't see that George contract extension. Now, if I could be wrong, but I'm really wrong.
It depends who knocks on the door.
Are you seeing who Toto is working with? Toto is already telling you who my future girlfriend is when he's still in a relationship with George. Basically, nyinyi sijui utahama Mercedes. You know, last time we saw the Ferrari guys.
No, I don't like that.
Hata akienda.
You don't like that outfit. But yeah, so for those who do not have the context, Toto is flirting a lot with the possibility of signing Max Verstappen. And Max Verstappen, I don't think it will be hard to convince him because he is driving a Mercedes in GT3. His actual main career. He is driving a Mercedes there. So convincing him should be easy, seeing as Mercedes have a rocket ship for this generation. Should be easy.
Red Bull kazi kwenu, man.
Yeah.
That Mercedes is like, like a bait that you throw. Like if you want to catch a chicken, the way you throw the maize, and then it comes near. That GT3 Mercedes is like that.
Toto was like,
Kula hiyo. Karibia.
bring you closer. He's reeling him in.
Yeah.
But hey, you gotta feel for George. You gotta feel for George. And as for Kimi, nothing short of impressed because he is overperforming in that car.
Is he a generation talent?
Yes.
Generational talent?
Yes. Yes.
Even me, I agree.
You can't deny it.
That
I was always hard on him at your F2. That's because I love the boy. You know, sometimes
Tough love.
Tough love. But I knew.
You knew.
I knew.
Reading from the book of Dr. Helmut Marko.
Yeah.
But have you seen the guys doing now TikToks?
Who?
Helmut Marko.
I'm
The
not
world we
aware.
live in. We also do TikToks, but anyway, it is the world we live in. Anyway, moving on. From that entertainment, I can't wait for Drive to Survive. I'll watch Drive to Survive next season just to see what really happened in that Mercedes drama. Just that episode. That's the episode I want to see. Now, moving on to episodes, we had another episode in Monaco. And this time, the people who are starring in it are the Italian team. Now, why am I saying starring in it? Because the Italian team, it was a story of two halves, if I can put it that way. On one half, you know that Kabas meme, whereby the one side is it's rosy, shiny, then the other side it's depressed. That's exactly what was happening at the Ferrari garage. Now, on Saturday we had an issue whereby they were just giving me Hopium. They were giving me Hopium.
usual.
FP1, 1, 2. FP2, 1, 2. Knowing Monaco was coming home, but unfortunately, come Sunday, things were different. Now, Lewis Hamilton was on the happier side of the garage, and he was stealing the headlines left, right, and center. He and his socialite girlfriend, Kim Kardashian. Yeah, Kim, we saw he stole Kimi's towel, by the way. We saw that. Don't think we didn't see it. We saw it. Anyway, and on the other side of the garage, Charles Leclerc was battling corporate juggernauts in the name of Brembo brakes. Now, you guys are familiar with Brembo.
Hey, bro, why are you mentioning their name? Are you trying to...
I'm mentioning their name because they did my boy dirty. And
Since when? I hear it's not only in Monaco.
yeah, Hamilton actually started complaining first.
Hamilton was complaining in 2025.
He's still the first one to complain. And I remember, I think we even discussed it Quapod a certain time when you guys were asking what's the issue. Remember when you were talking about McLaren injecting water into their tires or something like that? Then we asked what's the Ferrari issue. We were trying to find out if it's tire deg and Hamilton not having a feel for the car.
Jokes that this year, this rule set might actually favor the Ferraris because they were doing a lot of LICO.
Yeah.
Lifting and coasting last year.
Lift-
So this year they're going to do a lot because they mastered that because of the bad brakes last year.
But the brakes. So it's something that Hamilton has mentioned first. And Hamilton decided to pull the power play. Hamilton is Hamilton. He can get away with some things. So he can be like, hey, listen, Brembo sponsored you for how many years? 50? Don't give a rat's ass. Give me my own brakes. Give me my custom brakes, Uko. And apparently, ever since he got the custom brakes,
They're not
said-
Brembo?
no, Hamilton doesn't use Brembo brakes.
Oh, okay. And Charles was using Brembo?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Was it just the calipers, the disc?
I'm not in full awareness.
They have to go
of
together because
exactly
of how they design the brakes.
They're not using the same.
No, the caliper and the disc have to be from one manufacturer in terms of because of how they design it.
I'm not really sure. All I know is Nani doesn't know the carbon ceramics. You want something like cast iron, something of the sorts.
Hey, bro, in a Formula 1 car.
Hey, you need to have ceramic disc.
Yeah. But yeah, it's something along those lines. I'm not really sure because the political play, because at the time of this recording, it's still a back and forth between Brembo, Charles, and Hamilton's camp. Because Charles is looking at Hamilton's camp now and they're like, listen, I need your setup. For Barcelona, we know for a fact he's going to use the different setup. Now, Brembo on this other side are releasing and say, no, Charles is wrong. Charles cannot be deducing things like that without enough data. So we'll work with Ferrari engineers to look at the telemetry and make sure this is not the issue. Now, this is a PR disaster for Brembo because once you have a corporation talking about you the way they were talking about Charles, they also had a jab. I don't know if you saw their latest Instagram post. They also had a jab towards Leclerc. We've been using these brakes. This is when Niki Lauda won the Monaco GP with Brembo-powered brakes. And
They're also the official supplier in Formula 1.
yeah. And they also have that long-standing partnership with Ferrari. So,
Sorry, in MotoGP. Sorry.
Also in MotoGP?
Yeah.
So it's not looking good on a PR standpoint from them. But some guys are like, no, Ferrari messed him up. Now,
But
looking
they
at
did.
Ferrari,
But they did.
the only part they did that really didn't sit well with me is when Hamilton was supposed to serve his 5-second time penalty. I don't know why they had to double stack at that point.
Yeah. Even Charles questioned it. Like, why you pull him in?
It was very obvious. It was
Yeah.
a bad decision.
Yeah, I was actually pissed.
it-
Wangalia fan comes, I was really pissed at that point.
Is it the Kim Kardashian effect?
Yeah, Kim maybe had something to do with it. My boyfriend has to
No,
be involved.
it was just Ferrari being Ferrari.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, at that particular point in time when the safety car came out, Hamilton was around 30 seconds behind Antonelli.
Yeah.
And Charles was, I think 3 seconds behind Hamilton.
Yeah.
So by the time Antonelli missed or didn't enter into the pit lane, Ferrari had time to think about let me say Charles's side of the garage.
Yeah.
They had time to think about, do we box Charles or not?
They should have boxed Charles at that point because at that point I remember there was some security at the back because the cars had been lapped. There were two gaps. There was a gap between P1 and P2 and the gap between P4 and the rest of
Yeah,
the grid.
yeah.
There was a huge gap. And who was there? Was it Piastri at the time? I think it was Piastri at the time. He was not catching them.
They were one Piastri was way far ahead.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they should have boxed Hamilton the way they boxed Hamilton at that particular point in time.
Yeah.
And then
They should have split the strategy between the two McLaren, between the two
Ferraris,
Ferraris.
yeah.
There's no need of making Charles wait for another 5 seconds.
5 seconds, yeah.
And they could see that Antonelli didn't box. Antonelli was going to catch the safety car.
There is a worldview or a scenario whereby if Charles, again, this is what ifs. If Charles boxes fast, that's a tongue twister right there. If Charles boxes fast, there could be a possibility whereby he doesn't have that issue that he was having there. Because remember, that issue stemmed from the safety car, and now the controlled speed limits and everything. Now, we know for a fact Charles was flying. Struggling, yes. He was struggling with the brake, but he was flying. He was on a flyer. He was actually gaining on Hamilton at some point in time.
But he couldn't get into the 1 second gap.
Yeah.
He didn't have superior pace.
He
But
didn't have
Hamilton
superior
had a
pace,
penalty.
but he was okay. He had okay pace, and Hamilton had a penalty, a 5-second penalty, which being in a 3-second window puts Hamilton 2 seconds behind you.
Yeah. So Charles, I can say it was a guaranteed P2.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something weird.
We could have gotten a
with
P2 and a
Ferrari.
P3 locked in.
Yeah. The other way around.
So I think from Ferrari's side, P2 and P3 was already locked. The only unfair bit of it all is the Hamilton did not feel the pinch of the 5-second penalty.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of drivers didn't actually. Once the safety car got into the picture, a lot of drivers didn't feel the penalties. So, and this was a penalty hijacked race. It was just marred by a lot of penalties. I've never seen penalties. Most penalties given in a single race so far that I've watched.
For pit lane.
I think there's one that's in contention. Can't remember which one.
For pit lane, for...
No, just
penalties.
the entire race penalties just
yeah.
being dished
Yeah.
out. I've forgotten which one, but there's also another one where penalties were just being... Either in 24, I think 24.
Did you guys check why there were many penalties in Monaco?
Kulikuwa na infringement ya pit lanes.
It was mostly pit lane.
Yeah, it was pit
Yeah,
lanes.
Speeding.
Okay, so for Hamilton was given and he said, like, I've been doing this for a long time. Like, I know. Like, how? So apparently it was... before there were 10 garages. Now they are
11.
There's an extra. So which changed somehow the entry. So for how they measure the speed, they don't use like a speed gun. They have like sensors which
On the track.
which do an average of, like, say you have entered and you have exited. The time you take, even stopping, with the distance, that's how they calculate the speed.
So no
So-
speed traps.
No, it's an average of those mini sectors. That's why you find some of them when they leave the garage, they accelerate and then
Yeah. Then they control.
but they have been doing it for so long, it's already in them.
But it makes sense.
So
why
they were cutting corner. There was a place they were
they
cutting
were
a corner. So the distance between the entrance and the exit reduced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why it was like 0.1 exited by 0.1 kilometers per hour. Yeah, that's
But it makes sense that if that's how they are going about measuring the pit lane, because there are a lot of moving parts in that pit lane. So if you have a speed trap, sometimes you might not get accurate data.
Why can't they use car telemetry?
cheating.
No, as in when someone
in a sport.
pit lane, they press the pit limiter.
You'll
If
find
it's
someone
60
coming full speed without
wait.
and
No,
the
no,
telemetry shows.
No. if someone is entering the pit lane, they've crossed the entry line. They press the pit limiter. Yeah? It's either 60 or 80 kilometers an hour. If they exceed that by point something, that should be picked up in the telemetry, right?
Because they have so many cameras, they look at the speed limit on the.
No. They don't even need to look at the wheel, the dash. The telemetry that's received
People
from the
will
car.
find ways of cheating.
In a sport,
in a
sport
I don't
where
know how.
Flavio exists, you're trying to bring that.
That system should be out of the car,
Yeah.
not in the car.
Well, not to veer off, back to our topic, the Ferraris. This is bound to be a beautiful weekend in the capital of colors, Barcelona. And the reason I'm saying this is because our second major upgrade is due. And from what I'm hearing, reports from Maranello are this is a make or break. This is a make or break upgrade.
So is
If
Hamilton...
this is our season should be purely okay. I don't want to jump the gun, but our season should be judged based on how we perform on Barcelona, because Barcelona is one of the most neutral tracks, whereby if you have a good car, it will show. If you have a bad car, it will show.
If Ferrari finds a way to sell Hopium,
2/10 per lap.
they'll be sitting on a money glitch. I kid you not.
See, that's the money glitch. What do you think the money glitch is?
No, at the moment, are they minting money from Hopium?
Hey.
How?
My friend, we found a way to convince Hamilton to come to Ferrari. Hamilton found a way. By the way, Kim, I love that relationship.
I'm talking about
Hamilton is performing.
I'm talking about Hopium as in the roller coaster that you fans are being put through. Yeah, is Ferrari making money from that at the moment?
I mean, people are
I'm
turning
pretty
up
sure
to
there's a
the
business
race
case. So there's an experiment that's being done on the campus. I kid you not. Because the number of times you hear our season begins here, our season begins there. Bro, just look at Monaco. Almost everyone came with something track specific. What did Ferrari pull up with?
See, their car was designed for Monaco.
Our car is designed for
That
2
is
tracks.
the default.
Our car is always designed for 2 tracks.
Bro, if you and Williams came up with something,
We were good. Wewe kwani huko na
The
FP1
default
FP2?
Ferrari is for Monaco.
Huko na FP1 FP, you didn't say FP1 and FP2?
I agree with you. Ferrari are not in Formula 1 to like win the championship.
Exactly. That's what I always say. Wait, is Hamilton going back to the simulator for Barcelona ama alisema?
Hamilton ditched the simulator.
By the way, what do you guys think like in terms of what he means?
Personally,
Is there something wrong with the simulator or there's something wrong with the car?
I personally take Hamilton at face value. What I mean is, I take him at his word. I haven't known Hamilton to be a liar.
What are you talking about?
Like, there's some drivers who say things for PR purposes. I'm talking George. There are some drivers who say things just to, to kind of get rid of the blame, shift blame and everything.
There was a time Hamilton lied about party mode. I think this was before he even started watching Formula 1. There's a famous clip. But proceed.
Anyway, what I'm saying is that's not how I know Hamilton. Now, when Hamilton is giving feedback to his engineers and when you listen to him and you listen to him keenly, he actually gives solid advice. Because remember, how well you perform is also, or how well you perform with your engineer is also dependent on how good a driver is at giving technical feedback. That's a very crucial thing. Now, last year, I remember you didn't want me to say this, but he was having a lot of problems with his race engineer. Hakuwa anapatana.
So is there something wrong with the simulator? That's what I want to know.
See, I'm getting there.
Okay.
Now, seems like there was a breakdown in how information travels vertically between Hamilton and...
You said it is a system problem.
Yeah. Now, right now, he's actually having a blast. He's having his best run of form in a Ferrari.
Systems are working now.
Systems are working. Systems are online. And he's also attributed to this change in the race engineer, going as far as to call the guy the Italian Bono or something.
And simulation?
Now, what my guess is when he is working concurrently, at least we got some behind the scenes of what happens with the F1 movie. We got some understanding on how these people communicate and how they deal together. But looking at it right now, I feel like they got to a point of understanding each other to a point whereby Hamilton felt if this simulator is designed a certain way and when I get on track, I'm feeling a certain type of way, I'd rather ditch the simulator, liaise with my engineer, try and get the best, extract the best performance out of this car because like code, let's look at it like a whole script, a code. One line could be the difference between the code working properly or it not working properly. Just one line. Now, I feel Hamilton is in a position whereby the simulator doesn't feel the way he feels the car on track. Now, Hamilton is one of those guys who are naturally talented. Hamilton he's a generation, the greatest of all time. Let's not act like that's not who he is. To rest my case, there is a disconnect between the simulator and the car.
So there's something wrong with the simulator?
Yeah, because even Charles Leclerc, if Charles Leclerc is using that simulator, look at Charles' performance.
For Canada and Monaco, ilikuwa subpar.
Yeah. Why? Because in Canada, he was saying he was depressed, low key. you're saying this is the worst weekend I've ever had in and it
his
was
career.
a before finish. And Fred had to step in and like, hey, no, he'll be okay. He'll forget about that.
Akapewa contract and money.
Akapewa contract. Akapewa new contract, by the way. Yeah. But
And he said he was never even thinking of signing somewhere else. So it's like he's really hooked.
Mercedes also looking at him.
It was Mercedes.
Because Stockholm syndrome.
Was it Mercedes? Was it like revealed because there was...
It wasn't revealed, we know. Mercedes are the ones who are looking at him.
Stockholm syndrome. I thought at some point it was Aston.
Even Red Bull.
Or is it
Red Bull are
because-
looking at him because
is it because Aston
there's a
right
possibility.
now-
Yeah. Aston Bana is only
They have a
pipe
tracker.
dreams. He's only pipe dreams, Bana. He's not going to do what?
But you told us Adrian Newey, eh? He promised us at the end of the year they'll be somewhere.
My friend Aston Martin, they are at free fall. Ushaisikia free fall. The fact that Cadillac were on the verge of points.
You know, I had Lance Stroll trying to describe the braking. Sometimes you brake and it pushes you forward. Like, can you imagine pressing the brake and the car pushes you forward?
But
And it's not stopping.
it is what it is at this point. Let's just wait on the Ferrari update.
So you're telling us Barcelona?
The season. I was asking the Ferrari fans, Pale K1, is it still the year of the horse? Doubts. Some of them, doubts have started to creep in. Doubts are
And why is
creeping
there a
in.
division? Like, there was a clip where there are guys cheering when Leclerc is being held back,
Yeah.
when Hamilton is having his penalty.
Yeah.
It's like these
Camposi.
fans. Hey,
Yeah,
bana.
see,
Civil war is-
Camposi wanted Hamilton in front, and I was like,
This guy is complaining. He's a Ferrari fan, and they're surrounded by Ferrari fans cheering. Like, you will think they are not even in the same team.
If I was Charles, I'm not boxing. I'm not boxing.
Actually, he said, I don't even know why I listen to you guys.
Yeah, he shouldn't have boxed. And I think that led to. Sorry, I'm taking you back to the bricks thing. I think Charles said the bricks failed him. I think that was out of anger or frustration. It was the same thing that happened to Stroll. And at that particular, I think it's before turn 19, before the last corner, there's a bit of the circuit where it was breaking
tarmac.
apart. Yes. And if you look at how both Stroll and Charles crashed into the barrier, it wasn't during the braking phase. It was when you are looking for grip to turn the car, to turn right.
Yeah.
And if you looked at both their front tires, they had pieces of tarmac. So I think Charles made that comment about the brakes. Yes, he had brake issues, but I think he made that comment to insinuate that maybe it was the brake that failed him out of frustration because Ferrari or his side of the garage forced him into double stacking and taking a 5-second penalty, which was
Me, at face value, when I saw it, it was like, you know what? Erase to hell with it. I'm going home. See, it's there.
500 meters. Yeah.
You know, Max, after he finished, he went home.
Yeah, he went to his yacht. Yeah, but
Charles, after that double stacking, he said, you know what? Even me, I don't want to be here when they are giving the trophies. I want to
So
go
my
home.
quick question to you as a Ferrari fan, with this update, again, you see, you have this habit of selling
Hope.
not just to us, and also to the other Fusi fans. And then my boy Mushiri will be like, yo, stop investing into Ferrari. But anyway, do you think this package will resolve some of the issues that Charles has? Because at the moment we are seeing Hamilton happy with that car. Granted, this type of car suits the kind of driving that Hamilton enjoys, which is a little bit of oversteer.
Yeah. Charles too.
Yes, but Hamilton loves a stable rear end.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what exactly is going on Charles' side. Apart from the brakes, I can't pinpoint what exactly about this car or maybe this generation of cars that's preventing him from, like, at least even taking the fight to Hamilton or putting up stellar performances.
Yeah.
So do you think maybe the update in Barcelona, have you had anything from Fred saying that maybe they're going to see what's happening to Charles and maybe try and resolve that?
So
Barcelona.
from what I understand, the Barcelona upgrade or the update that they are trying to introduce has a lot to do with actually bodywork modification on the car, which will actually allow the car to behave better when in contact in clean air, because Ferrari are actually struggling. The car is actually struggling on the streets. Now, we do know the engine is a bit underpowered compared to the Red Bull and the Mercedes. Now, so the only other avenue to extract performance on the streets is to try and make it as less draggy as possible. So that's where the body modifications come into play. Now, I do not think it's a gimmick because looking at how Charles is performing compared to Lewis, I can say for a fact Charles is kind of struggling with the car a bit. He feels unfamiliar. He feels like he's in unfamiliar territory. While Lewis seems to have finally cracked the code. At least from what we're seeing.
He has his own systems.
Yeah, great
Has
drivers.
he really cracked the code?
He seems to have
Because
found
to be
a way.
honest, from my side, I'm not seeing anything
cracking.
spectacular that Hamilton is doing with that.
The only-
There's something he said
said-
to a group. There's something he said to a group. Lewis Hamilton's podiums are not flukes. Now, if you look at it at face value, it might look like a fluke. But if you look at it with the additional context of what he's been saying and what he's been doing, you actually see, this is actually a product of systematic organizing, basically organizing yourself to a point. Nika alisomea exams, akiingia exams, when you see him sleeping during an exam paper, it's because he already read, he's doing his stuff. Now, when you look at Charles is naturally gifted, talented.
Hamilton is as well.
Na alipewa the syllabus. Charles aliambiwa ndio syllabus. But apparently, when the questions are being set,
Hamilton alikuwa na set pia.
something like that. Yeah, actually, that's actually the
DNA kwa exam.
Because he said his DNA is in the
Yeah, there's something Hamilton knows about the car that Charles seems to be unaware of.
I that point I agree, because even Charles has said, I think this was after Canada, that there's something that Hamilton is doing that he has to look into and do something different.
Yeah.
I agree on that bit. Yeah. The bit where I'm a bit lost and confused is I don't know what specifically about the car that's preventing Charles from performing better. And in my honest opinion, and this is where maybe I might be going contrary to the public opinion, I don't see Hamilton doing anything spectacular with the Ferrari car. We've
On track.
From day one, that car has always been the second best.
On track.
Yes.
Okay.
That car has always been the second best.
So you're saying he's performing how he's supposed to perform?
Yes. He's not doing anything spectacular with it.
Okay, I agree with you where he's not doing anything spectacular on track. But what I can say is, when I say systems, he has been saying this even last year. Like, he needs to change the way Ferrari approach a weekend. And I think that is the biggest change. Is if you're going to a weekend, what are the standard mode of operating? What did you start doing? Nanini. So I think those are the things that he changed. And I think the ditching simulator is a part of it. So maybe Charles is looking like, okay, this guy is approaching the weekend differently and is getting results. Maybe I should try to approach it differently and try to copy. So I don't think Charles is not driving to his best or is not maximizing the package that he has. The only thing maybe he can do is, like, you are seeing your teammate getting better results, so you try to copy what he's doing. Yeah. So somehow Lewis, maybe because of his experience, he has come up with a way of approaching the weekend and getting the maximum, that package they have at that weekend to get the maximum results on track. But when it comes to driving, there's nothing spectacular. It's more to do with the preparation of the weekend.
That could also be a culture thing because we know Italians are notorious for slacking.
I think there's some Italians who might disagree with me.
Yeah, but like if you also look at the Schumacher to Ferrari story, one of the things you hear a lot is he had to basically rally up everybody and change everything how they were moving, how they were operating. So maybe Lewis is doing something similar, and Charles could benefit from that because the dynamic between Charles and Lewis is not the dynamic between Kimi and George. It's not that. That's not the dynamic there, and it's not the dynamic between Oscar and Lando last year. This is a mentor-mentee type situation whereby they both respect each other. You can see respect in both of these drivers, even how they race. They keep it clean. It's hard, but they keep it clean. So we'll see how they go. Now, speaking of top drivers, Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen is also another driver who has seen an uptick in form. Now, I know Monaco didn't go as planned for you guys, but again, just like the Ferraris, bittersweet for both camps.
Podium and DNF.
Yeah, podium first. Congratulations to Isaac Adja, first podium on the team.
Yeah. Hey, are you also going to give Max another applause?
For what?
Getting the first podium for the new chassis at Canada. The new
It's not
chassis is
Verstappen.
called
We
DM01.
It has a name.
Yes.
Yeah.
01.
Yeah. That's the.
I'm going to sneak this in.
Ah!
I've only
I've just noticed. Well, anyway.
Yeah, Monaco was bittersweet. I'm still looking at it from a positive perspective or a more positive perspective.
Rose-colored lenses.
Yes. Saturday, I think Max put that car in a position where it was not supposed to be in Monaco in qualifying. You may agree or disagree, but Monaco was always going to be a Ferrari favorite.
Actually,
Ferrari
Kimi and Max. I'll also put
Yes.
Kimi in that statement.
And then the Mercedes is the best car on the grid.
Arguably.
Okay? No, you can't say arguably.
It is.
They're the best car on the
Leading
grid.
championship.
Data says otherwise.
I don't know, Joy. We're not talking about P. We're talking about the overall package here. Okay? Then you have Mr. Max Verstappen. Okay? We know this is a car that does not stand and it's overweight. Baby girl is overweight.
She needs to go to the gym.
But he put that car in P2.
Yeah.
And it was just a couple of milliseconds.
And there was a gap to Ferrari.
Yes, and there was a gap to Ferrari. And to me, the most positive thing is Haja was also in the picture.
With the problem, in quali, he was in the picture,
Yes.
and in the race, even with those problems, with also a penalty,
Yeah.
P3.
Yeah. So it's bittersweet, but it's more on the sweet bit for me.
Did you hear
So-
what
so-
Esteban Ocon said about the Isaac Hajar podium? I'm glad the Frenchman is there. And I'm glad it's Hajar. You know the other Frenchman is?
Gasly.
Gasly. The beef between those two. Anyway.
Ocon needs to
So
let it
Max,
go,
they said it was a power unit issue when they were doing the outlap. What is the name of that lap before?
Formation lap.
Formation lap. There was inconsistent power delivery. Even the car switched off at the grid. Started again, but releasing the clutch, it just gave off.
Is it something that should repeat itself? Do you think it was a one-time thing? Reliability.
Apparently, that it was the same PU that was used in Australia, and we know what happened in Australia. So, according to what I've heard from Red Bull side, if they were to let's say do what almost everyone else was doing, where they were using a new PU or a different PU, then Max should have raced a new PU in Monaco. So it was expected, but not. It wasn't the catastrophic demise or end of that PU. Is not. It wasn't expected, but they were expecting kind of an issue with that PU.
Monaco to be the last one.
Yes, it was supposed to be the last race.
Okay.
For that specific PU.
Do you think they had an opportunity to bring it earlier, but they decided to use it for one extra race so that they can bring the whole new upgrade package? Because you guys also having a big update in Barcelona. Do you think they were just like, nah, let's use it for one more race so that in Barcelona we come arm swinging, guns blazing, and all that? Because we all know again, Mercedes is the best car on the grid, like we were saying. Do you think Red Bull are looking to challenge them from that point henceforth? Because Red Bull have a decent, actually, it's being touted to be the best engine on the grid or the powertrain.
The Monaco is not power hungry.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not power hungry.
Yeah.
So
Maximum speed to 298.
It does make sense to have
The new one.
no the old one in Monaco, not the new one in Monaco, because you're not like it's not power hungry. So it did make sense, but I don't think Red Bull would put an engine there knowing that it will DNF. They wouldn't.
They didn't expect a DNF, but they expected some issues. That's what you say.
They wouldn't be surprised if it had issues.
They weren't expecting, but if it happens, we're not shocked.
Yeah.
We understand exactly what's happening. Okay. But at least you had something.
Barcelona, Red Bull peeps, our season starts in Barcelona.
Allah, bro. Stop it. Stop it.
He's trying to be radical and rational. Na wewe uko hapo unauza uoga.
Max and Kimi watakuwa front row.
Speaking of kuuza uoga, last year we talked about the Germans wakiuziana uoga.
Oh, you think I'm jinxing it?
No, you're not being realistic. Our main goal, our target, is to make sure the Alpines are in their place.
They were even in Monaco.
We need to make sure up to Abu Dhabi that they're in their place.
The fight with Alpine, I ended it
No, it's not yet over. Hey.
In Miami.
You know, Gasly was in the
Gasly-
picture.
Gasly was in the picture, Monaco.
Gasly was in the picture.
We need to bury them properly.
Gasly was actually, if Hajar doesn't take P2, it was Gasly. Gasly is one who's taking P3.
But did Gasly celebrate his podium on the in lap?
Yeah, he was fist pumps. By the way,
And
Alpine,
by the way, they did him.
screw you.
They should have told him.
Brad, did you see Gasly's face
After?
in the post-race interview?
He
was lost for words.
He has been working hard for these moments, and there's nothing more he wanted than to stand on top of a podium in a French, among French people.
Yeah, because
That-
Monaco
that-
is predominantly a French
Yeah,
country.
that was the opportunity, and even if you give me back my P3 right now, it doesn't matter. What I wanted is to be on that podium.
Yeah, with the prince. But the prince was also looking depressed because of the Charles situation. You know, the prince and Charles are boys. Is it the king or the prince? Yeah, the prince.
The prince,
The
yeah.
prince and Charles are boys. Pale principality. Charles walks like, hey, pale, where's shikwa?
I knew Charles had to be.
Just can drive on the wrong side, Duke or Monaco.
The Monegasque. But anyway, moving on. I want to touch upon the McLarens quickly.
Hey, brother, what's going on in that team, Bana? Jesus.
You guys tell me. These guys,
So-
they...
So from what I gathered, it's more to do with reliability, and the reason why Stella, what he was saying, they don't have those issues with. They didn't have those issues last year, but they have them right now. Is if, for example, they said if something failed and they want to do either some test and everything, maybe from the engine side, what the process is right now, they're applying to Mercedes. They can't just walk into the Mercedes
Headquarters.
say, hey, can you do this test? They have to be scheduled, the test to be done, and then they send the results back. So there's some delay. And if you're in Mercedes, you just do it directly.
Yeah.
And
Unatoka tu second
preference,
floor, unaenda third floor.
yeah,
do test,
and the
unarudi.
preference wouldn't be. So if there's something wrong, when coming up with a solution takes time. It's taking time. And that is costing them. So that is what Stella said. That is where it hurts them most. Is that
There's reliability and there's also lack of pace. For the lack of pace bit, this is where I'm a bit in shock. Not even confused, in shock. Because if you look at how McLaren were able to mount a challenge 2024 and 2025, they were bang on with their updates.
Miami. I never forget
They
Miami.
were bang on with their updates.
Was it Miami 25 or Miami 24?
Miami 24.
What? 24.
Miami 24, then Austria. Bang on with their updates. Yeah.
Ferrari
Now,
take
I was
notes.
expecting them to carry the same advantage that they had in the previous generation. Because again, if you think about it, they have some of the best brains or engineers who are able to help them. Given the
Transition.
constructors, two constructors championship and one drivers championship last year. So I was expecting them to also make a quick turnaround this year. But the big package that they brought to Miami, it left a sour taste in my mouth, to be honest. Because the strength that the McLaren had in the previous generation, they were very kind to their tires. Yes, they
And it
couldn't
was
put
strong point.
Yes, they couldn't put a lot of they couldn't put too much energy into the tires quickly. But when those tires were fired up, they were able to keep them in the optimal window. And they were able to strap in a lot of downforce in those cars. Now,
They were cheating though.
this year is just a different story. They bought the big package Miami.
They look
And-
decent.
Yeah, they look decent, but
Kimi stole the show, yes, but McLarens were in the picture.
In
Miami, yeah.
But they did not. They could not challenge for the win. Remember, at some
Yeah.
point, Norris had to let
Kimi
Antonelli go.
go, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember Piastri was also complaining about his rear tires. The temperatures were spiking. So, is it that they are in no man's land? Because if you look at Canada, they had to
Canada.
revert. They had to revert to. Yes, they had that bad strategy call, but if you look at Canada the entire weekend, they weren't confident even with the package that they introduced in the previous weekend, which was Miami. Yeah, and also if you look at Monaco, they were absolutely nowhere. So I don't know. Are they in no man's land again? Are they going through another 22 and 23 of the ground effect era, where they're still trying to figure things out. And then we wait for, what is his name, Mika Hakkinen, to tell us.
Mika Hakkinen gave
They're
us a
waiting for the
spoiler.
last year of regulation.
Mika Hakkinen does not know how to sell hope. He gave us a spoiler. He told them, these guys, are you
Yeah,
relaxed?
as in, if you across the grid, apart from Ferrari, McLaren are my biggest letdowns.
They should be doing better.
Yes, they should be doing better.
I mean, I'm enjoying them, you know.
But Lando is saying at least he's having a very good. There's no pressure this year.
Yeah.
He hates to be in
that position.
The position that George is in.
Lando's actually really grown, by the way, because
He's under some pressure. He's the defending champion.
now.
nobody's looking at him like that.
Wait, he's the defending champion.
nobody's
You
looking
think
at him like that.
it's
man.
giving him sleepless night compared to
fun.
last year?
Last year,
compared
you know,
last
he was
year.
getting his eyes rolled by the Australian kid.
Last year,
Piastri.
yes, he was under some pressure. But
And the team
This year,
decided to give him.
there isn't that
The team
pressure.
decided to hand him the trophy because the team handed him the trophy.
no, we can debate that.
The team handed him that trophy. Oscar Piastri was undone.
His turnaround was actually last year around Monaco.
But if anything, Lando was very mature about it, and I respect a person who's willing to change their worldview in presentation of new information. That shows you're an intelligent person.
So, do you
Because
think?
let me finish. Because Lando was always the guy before winning. He had a George tone to him, to his words. He had like a George tone. I think it's a British thing, maybe, but I never had Hamilton with it. He had a George tone whereby if I had a car,
He had it, Kitambo.
oh, it's a British thing.
It's a British thing.
Yeah, so see, Lando was always the one. If I had this car, you should be winning every race.
yeah,
So then last year showed him be a champion.
Just having a fast car is not everything.
It's not enough. And after that, I really appreciated him coming out and saying, "Listen, I was wrong for saying this." And basically, that took at least me as an op from his list. I don't have issues with him.
George Samuel is really hoping that his script is going to go Lando's way.
It is not. I can guarantee you it is not. And I'm so happy because hey, I had to stomach Lando winning ahead of Leclerc. And now you want me to stomach George.
Hey, bro.
Kimi, okay. I had no problem with the Kimi situation. But you know, LH is also in the picture.
Huh?
LH is also in the picture.
Wait.
No. We're not going to that.
LH is also in the picture because I was looking at the math. And I'm seeing when Kimi starts struggling in the European races. They said he struggled in the European races.
The
first one is
we are
done.
yet to see. Yes, the first one is, and I don't think he's going to struggle in
I
Barcelona.
don't think so. Like the Monaco, he pulled he took pulling a rabbit out of a hat.
Yeah, he did.
For that pole.
He did.
It was monstrous.
Yeah.
He did. Anyway, yeah.
So
So
my last question on McLaren. Now, Stella has been talking about how they feel like they are getting the short end of the stick by being a customer team to Mercedes. Yeah. And on this other side, we have McLaren. They recently launched the hypercar, the endurance hypercar.
they're joining next year.
27, yes.
27.
2027. Yeah. And they have partnered with Autotecnica Motori. It's an Italian team. Sorry, an Italian outfit to build the power unit. What's stopping McLaren from, telling Mercedes, screw you?
You tell us, me because
we are going to build our
I-
own
I-
engine.
I- I mean, like-
They're currently building their own transmissions, their own gearbox.
yeah.
So what's...
And they also have road-going cars, which are actually really good.
I don't know whether, as per now, whether it's in the plans or they don't have a plan at all.
they have to think about it.
Because you need to have like a long-term plan. It's not something like you can
just
say,
wake
oh,
up.
fuck it. I'll make...
Profanity from Mushiri.
Red Bull said Mushiri, what Mushiri just said. And
But you see, Red Bull they had Ford coming into the
they
picture.
were making-
because again, don't forget, these regulations were supposed to make it easier for manufacturers to actually build their own powertrains.
Honda left Red Bull a while back.
yeah,
Yeah,
21, 22.
Yeah, we were more or less maintaining those engines. It's only that we were not allowed to change the knee. So I cannot say it is not like an overnight. As in
Unabaki na
unaamka-
engine like it, do not dare change those balls. Don't touch anything.
It's the regulation. It's the regulation. Yeah. So it is not an overnight nini. But for McLaren,
But maintaining and building, those are two different things. If McLaren are already doing this for their new hypercar, why can't they do this for their Formula One car?
Yeah, Zach Brown needs to tell us why. Because even Indica, they're a customer team at Indica.
Yeah. IndyCar, I think it's only two teams. So
Yeah.
only two engines, Honda and Chevrolet.
Yeah, Chevrolet.
Yeah. Why can't they do this for their Formula One cars?
Yeah.
maybe they need to find an American partner.
they already have an Italian partner doing their
I don't think
the
they.
hypercar.
I think they're actually good. They should be able to get this
Come
done.
on, yeah.
They should be able to get.
Do they make their own engines for the McLaren
road going cars? Yeah,
It's usually it's a V8 and a V6.
yeah. The Acura. You need to the
It's a
Acura.
V-
720.
There's a 720.
That's a
there's
V8.
750.
It's a V8 or a V6.
That's a V8.
It's a V8.
Yeah.
So they
That's
do
the big boy. The small boy is in the Actura or something like that. That's the V6. If I'm not wrong. I think it's a hybrid also.
Come on, McLaren, do your own engines, man. And Zach Brown has been very vocal. Oh, we don't want teams with partnerships. Come on.
Yeah.
Live by the sword.
I told
die by
you
the
guys Ford had something up their sleeve.
We
Are you
will
sure
see.
it's Ford or it's... Because I'm... I don't want to get into rumors.
Ford.
Ford what?
Ford
versus McLaren, or what?
Alien tech.
Alien Tech. I
You
don't know what you're
Ford
talking
is
about.
based in the US. Now Trump released the UFO file, so they know something.
They reverse something and
They reverse engineered something.
Ford doesn't just get into motorsport
sports,
like
Evo.
Evo.
Yeah.
They must have done something. And it happening that we have the
Legacy races.
powerful nini.
Quick one. See Ford peke pia Audi. I do not know what those guys are doing. Those Germans were serious when they were saying we are here to compete. Because the Audis have been looking impressive. That's all I'm going to say. The Audis.
Colin,
Now
how many nini have they been given?
I don't know. Maybe one. Not really sure.
What
Audi need
upgrade
two.
opportunities?
Yeah. From
Is
other-
there like any official statement or these are just rumors?
I haven't seen the statement.
Okay.
But
Come on, Bana. These are rumors. Well, this is not a factual show, by the way. So today I'm going to entertain rumors.
nah, but the Germans we know. See, from last year we've been talking about how walikuwa hata shamaliza engine ya 2026. Don't forget that. But they're not here to play. Akina Botoleto are getting points they are not supposed to be. They should not. Go look at that championship.
Realistically, how soon can we see the effects of a duo? Especially for Ferrari. Unajua Ferrari they have
Personally, I don't want to say Austria.
Hamilton said
I don't want to say Austria.
8 to 10 months.
I'll say something like Belgium.
8 to 10 months.
That's when you'll start seeing the trickling of the performance.
Hamilton
10
said
months.
8
That means
Yeah,
that
we
means
can-
2027.
I know it means next year, but I'm saying like early stages. Like with everything, kuna kona signs and symptoms. I'm expecting Belgium, Spa. Spa
That's
is,
too soon.
I know it's too soon, but
Spani after summer break.
yeah.
Okay.
That's too soon. Are we talking about engines? Because I have a burning question.
Okay.
Now, I've been trying to wrap my head around this Duo timeline and the new proposed changes. Okay, I don't know if they've already been accepted for 2027.
2030.
The 60-40 split.
The one Max Verstappen walikuwa champion.
For which year?
Engine.
Next year.
Oh, for next year.
Yes. Now, if you're talking about a duo and Hamilton is saying that the earliest you can see maybe some of these upgrades that Ferrari might introduce being 8 to 10 months, that's already December, the earliest. Actually, it's not even December the earliest. We're talking about 2027.
See, we are in June. Are we not in June?
Yes, we are.
in June.
So we're
it
talking
means
about
6 months.
2027.
7 months is
Basically,
already in
Australia next
2027.
year.
Now, and if you're talking about next year, and the proposal is to have a 60-40 split, are they still going to use the same
Metric.
internal combustion engines as in everything the way it is and find a way to push that ratio or that power split to 60-40? Or how are they going to do it? Because from how I'm looking at it is maybe they might build or modify the engines for next year
Hey.
to achieve the 60-40 split. And if everyone has to do that, then
They'll be ahead of the curve.
no. If everyone's supposed to do that for 2027, then what is a duo coming to address? If the earliest way we can see the duo upgrades is next year.
That's an interesting
that
question.
doesn't-
Because,
yeah.
because now that you've brought it on the topic of discussion, looking at it, Adwin iko covered kwa cost cap.
No.
Nope.
Actually, part of a duo is exemption from.
The cost cap.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you can
And-
build
and-
two
and
powertrains
for a duo-
with that Kanini.
For a duo does not tell you what to do. It tells you can have power unit upgrades.
Yeah.
So whether we find out what to do
Yeah.
with those allowances.
See benchmark Saini? Is it you guys?
Hey, again, I'm tolerating rumors.
I know the benchmark is actually Red Bull. You're giving Mercedes room for a duo. I'm serious.
So
I miss
that's a very interesting question because the other option they can do is increase the fuel flow rate.
And
That also comes with changing the engine.
yes, changing the engine, and you also if you increase the fuel flow rate, then it means the cars will be burning more fuel. And if they're burning more fuel, are we talking about then increasing that fuel, the cell size? If you increase that, it's increasing the
Weight
We
also
are
is an issue.
supposed to forget
Wait,
about
wait,
that.
wait. So if the fuel cell still remains the same, and the new internal combustion engines are burning fuel at a faster rate, are we talking about shorter races?
No.
It's
more power.
Let me put it the way Mushiri
So
put it.
basically,
Ford,
you
will
carry
never
more
Ford
fuel
have-
for the race.
Carry more fuel for the race.
Yes. Yeah.
But you see, right now, how many kilos can they carry? Is it 80?
Not really sure.
I think it's 80.
It
dropped from 100 and I
It dropped
think 10.
from 100.
But I
to-
need all 3 digits. But
so
right
they
now,
can
I'm not
return it to 100.
And if they do that, are we talking about redesigning the chassis?
sure. Yeah.
You
The
see,
chassis has to be redesigned.
anything that you try to do
Yeah.
for that
Yeah.
to change it from the split which
Yeah.
is existing, you have to change something on the car. There's no
And
way
not, not just one thing. The thing you change, it got a domino effect for something else.
Yeah, it
So
has,
now
yeah.
the way you're talking about, if you change this has to be redesigned a certain way. Then the cells have to be. But like you said, I'll go with your working theory, the one you are using. Ford are reverse engineering some alien technology.
I'm not saying Ford doing anything spectacular, to be honest. Because if we go by the rumors,
let the chases align.
wait, if we but I'm also
The chassis are lying.
everything else is a bonus. For me, I just
The
want the
chases is
Alpines
the
buried.
combo. The chases is combo. They need to.
Ferrari, but
Straight
look
and
at the
that.
things I'm having to tolerate. They know they have a good car. It's just need some bondo.
Hear me out.
Rudisa.
Hear me out. One, we know the chassis is a bit all over the place for Red Bull. Okay, and also the mechanical bits. If you go by the rumors, the internal combustion engine is top of the class,
Okay.
but we don't have the best overall PU package.
Because of the batteries.
Yes, and who is handling the batteries?
Who's handling the
It's
batteries?
Ford. And this is
Ford
where
handling the batteries?
yes,
Yeah,
it's
Ford
Ford.
does.
who are
See,
doing-
I'm looking at I'm looking at the partners niangalia ni nani.
It's Ford. You're looking for your Varedi or something, Energizer. Come on, man, don't do that.
But you do know it. The battery gets its power from the engine.
Yeah.
So okay, as the energy that you harvest is what you use. As much as they're not Ford, I'm sure they're not creating energy.
Are they? Wait, is also Ford doing the MGUK or is that Red Bull powertrains? Because the internal combustion engine and the MGUK,
Work hand in hand.
Now, that's a
they
very
work-
good
they work
question.
hand in hand, but
That's
they
a good
are
question.
different components.
That's a good question because it's the one that is generating the
Yes.
electricity to
Yes.
charge the battery.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know, but does it fall under electrical component?
MGUK?
Because
No.
it's like in between
Wait,
a
does the
mechanical
MGUK
component
fall
and
under
an
the
electric
nini?
component. It is in between there.
I think it does.
It is in between
I
there.
think it does. I think it does. Because
sorry.
because ile time walikuwa natoa the MGUH sasa, the one for the exhaust gases na vitu kaa hizo. See, the whole point was to expand also the MGUK ndio iweze kuharvest better na vitu kaa hizo. I think it's classified as part of the electrical component.
It is,
Yeah,
but
we will to the viewers.
Yeah, we need to look that up.
Tuambie.
it's electrical
Does the
and
Ford-
also mechanical.
Yeah, it
And
it
the
is.
same, like, but how is it classified kwa the FIA rulebook?
They don't classify it as electrical. It's separate. There's
Yeah,
energy
yeah.
store.
Yeah.
There's internal combustion engine. There's MGUK, and then
Yeah.
there's the control units.
Yeah.
So the energy source in inside the ERS sasa.
The battery itself.
Yeah, the battery.
That's the ERS. So the ERS na nini na MGK haziko classified as the same.
They're
Ziko
not.
The
solely
MGK
The
different.
energy store. ERS is the MGUK and the energy store. That's the control units.
Oh, the entire thing.
But they're not classified as electrical components.
We need
I
to
don't,
look this up.
it's kind of weird. And this is what I'm saying. I don't think Ford is using alien tech. Yes, it's impressive.
you see,
And when I say
You see-
impressive, this is their first go. This is their first go.
you see,
Americans think they're to play.
once you understand it, it ceases to become alien. Like something, we will term something as magic
Oh, he's not
until you
impressed.
understand it.
He's not impressed because he already understands what exactly
No.
is going on.
No. I'm not impressed because if we have the internal combustion engine, if you have the strongest combustion engine, Red Bull, that should go hand in hand. with
But
the
do we
strong-
have issues in deployment? We don't.
But
Like, are we lacking power on the street?
Wait, hold up. Where then is Mercedes able to deploy their energy longer? One, yes, it's aerodynamic efficiency. They're
You remember-
dragged to downforce.
you-
Wait, hold up. But how comes we're not seeing Red Bull also excel here?
You remember, and was you who brought this point. You see, this car, for what we found out is, for this car to work, it is everything, even the aero. Because with aero, it affects how you stop and how you harvest. So having a complete package or having better aero will help you harvest better.
Yeah.
And means you can deploy better. So yes, there could be those difference. But I think if you ask me, that we are not able to harvest as well as Mercedes, but we are deploying almost the same as them. That is the magic or the alien tech that I'm talking about.
The deployment bit we don't know.
Now that you're talking about this, Roger,
we don't even know about the
deployment.
harvesting.
hold. Now that you're talking about this, there's a burning question.
When we look at the teams, when you look at the teams that are on the grid, when we look at deployment and harvesting, we know Mercedes is up there.
Yeah.
Okay, who follows next in terms of harvesting and deployment?
Red Bull.
So it's Red Bull without a proper aero.
And for me, that's what I'm saying. I am not impressed.
That's what I'm saying now. If we straighten that chassis, we'll even deploy better than Mercedes. We'll deploy better than Mercedes.
Mercedes June 1st. Kulikuwa na regulation yenye ilikuwa inafaa kuaffect.
Compression ratio.
Yeah. I only saw it affecting George. I didn't see it affecting Kimi. What is happening?
Kimi ikui moto. Yeah.
I only saw it affecting George's car because George, solid P6. That was what I was expecting from him and Kimi. P6, P7. Kimi, because it's Monaco.
Yes, again to what you said, Monaco is not a power hungry circuit. Barcelona is one of it's a power hungry circuit. So maybe
Barcelona
we might
is
see. But again,
there is another reason why I have hope, because looking at how Red Bull was performing, Monaco was a place I expected us to suffer. I didn't expect us, like, the chases is bad. That is a place where it will be very, very much exposed. But seeing Max, at one point he had pole. It tells me, okay, the chases or the car, it is looking good. So if we go to a circuit whereby a proper circuit like Barcelona, where we can now harvest and deploy to the maximum with the street mode also, I'm really keen to see what will happen.
Okay.
And that's why I'm hopeful.
Okay.
Ferrari akiwa lie. Barcelona, please do not disappoint. Unasikia the threats I'm listening to here.
Ferrari won't do a damn thing.
Fred, I trust you. On Saturday, by the way, I hope he's okay right now. Let me not forget to mention that.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, that's why we qualified badly.
Come on, don't do that. No.
Yeah, he was not around.
No. Ferrari
To
disappointed.
see his boys Charles and Lulu.
He was there on Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday.
I saw a clip of him telling the cameraman, "You
Yeah.
cut that."
Yeah. But anyway, let's wait and see. I believe in him. I believe in the project.
Yeah.
The championship is still far from over. This is still the year of the horse. I've been your boy Ace, the trouble man himself.
Hey, we're not doing driver team and Melon.
You want to do
Let's
it?
do it.
Okay. You want to do it?
The driver.
Driver team and Melon on the day
Yes.
for the both Canada and
Hey, for both.
Let's do Monaco. Let's just do.
Canada is gone.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do Monaco. You know what? I'll start because I want to get it over with. Driver of the day, Kimi Antonelli, undoubtedly.
Any other
Driver of
person
the
you
day.
can throw in there?
Yeah, Haja. Oh, ulikuwa nataka kusikia Haja? Yeah, Haja also. Gasly was also honorable mention. Charles, before whatever befell him, because Charles was driving that car.
Really?
Team of the day, Alpine. And
Why?
kind of Cadillac, because Cadillac also sniffing at the point section. They were
For
about
not
to get their
telling
first-
Gasly that he has a penalty.
No, for performing the way they performed overall during the weekend. They had a really strong performance, a strong showing. But I know it's attributed to the engine. But I'll say Cadillac, because Cadillac, Najua ni the DNFs ndio zilifanya wapande
When you say
pande.
Cadillac, just be specific. Perez. Thank you.
Hey, you're forcing the Perez flowers. You're forcing them.
By the way, I never want to hear this debate ever again. At who had the toughest teammate between Hamilton and Max. Are you seeing what Checo is doing to Bottas? Yo, wait.
Bottas retired long time
I
ago.
don't care. I don't want to hear that debate ever again. I'm done.
Bottas retired long time ago.
He took it personal. He took it personal.
Thank you.
Guys were here talking about how Checo is the weaker number 2.
Yeah. Thank you, Checo.
Tim Valtteri was dealing with the monster Hamilton. Checo is dealing with Max Verstappen. Anyway, yeah. So Cadillac, Melon of the day, Brembo.
Yeah. Not
Brembo.
Yeah,
Not your
come
boys?
on.
Which boy?
Not Ferrari?
Aje?
For over-promising and underperforming. Being underwhelming.
Who was the catalyst to the under-delivering?
Well, I'll start with you. You always told us Monaco is our race to win. Monaco. You think
And even Monaco had some
some
loose gravel somewhere.
Yeah, na sielewi principality what is going on. Lakini ni venye Monaco is just for the rich. Hakuna workers, but they'll get that fixed out. They'll import some workers.
If that's your melon of the day.
Brembo, my melon of the day, because you costed my boy.
No. You can't put
boy,
that. You can't put that
I'm
on
putting
Brembo,
it on them. I
man.
just did.
Okay.
Yeah.
They had nothing to do with Charles
Yeah,
crashing into the
they
valley.
had everything to do with Charles crashing out.
Okay.
You?
Driver of the day, Antonelli. You can't
Any other body?
dispute that. I also had Hajar there.
Grand?
First of all, Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Grand Slam was impressive.
And I'll repeat this again.
Does Max have one? Oh, Max has one.
And I'll repeat this again. Antonelli is one race away from matching George Russell's total number of race wins.
Umesikia?
Umesikia?
Oh,
Just one race away. Anyway.
tell him.
No. Yeah. Hata mimi ni mtu wa George. I'm not enjoying this, but George, you need to lock in the right room.
Remember, man, say, George, if you win this championship,
He's not winning, but
they'll
proceed.
make movies about this season.
But
That's what you're using to sell him.
I remember this guy telling us George will be back in Miami. Is it Miami 27?
Yeah. He said Miami. He said that 4 races are not enough to. What did he say? He said 4 races are.
George will be. He wants them even.
He wants them even.
No, I'm just saying, if he wins this championship, I'm not now whichever is, somebody will make a very good movie about this season.
After
About-
Barcelona, you are handing in your assignment. We gave you some assignment. After Barcelona.
After Barcelona.
You're handing in your
No.
assignment.
Do you remember?
Me, what I've said. So long as George, since he finished ahead of Kimi last year with 150 points, so long as the gap is not more than 150 points,
Jamaa ameanza kushift goalposts.
that.
Anyway.
But as I said, he's giving me Ricardo vibes.
So I'm Hajar, and I'm going to. Reason I've given Hajar this is this guy drove that car with issues, and at some point he was frantic and panicking and shouting and screaming on his radio.
Then
And his race engineer just told him, "Yo, put your head down, brother. This is Monaco. No one is going to take that position away from you." And George put him under a lot of pressure, and he didn't make any mistake.
Yeah, there was a
apart
moment,
from-
by the way.
Apart from the second restart where he lost places, I think he had a really solid.
Even out of
Saturday and Sunday.
the chicane out of the tunnel, there's a time he overshot.
Yeah. Then of course Checo. Thank you for putting an end to that debate, which I just stated a few minutes ago. My team of the day, Racing Bulls, double points. Okay.
Yeah.
Lawson did bulk of the work on Saturday. He qualified up there, and Racing Bulls gave Lindblad
The best strategy of the race.
strategy.
Of the race.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why Racing
Benefited
Bulls
greatly from the points.
my team of the day, double points. Melon of the day, I'm going to give it to Russell. And this
Why?
is
The team
because-
shafted him.
No. Again, from Canada, Russell, his racing is just questionable, to be honest. In Canada, there's a way in which he was driving when Kimi was trying, let's say, like, to make a move on him. If you ask me, he put Kimi in danger.
Inaitwa kuseti. Kuseti.
Ile meme ya
Hiyo tunasema alimseti.
the Bin Laden and the song, you know the song?
Now, Monaco, I don't know if you guys got this after the second start.
Holding the
standing.
the pack back.
Yes. I don't know why
And that's why
the racing
signs-
director / the stewards did not flag that. Because if you take lap 71 to lap 73, George intentionally was driving that car slow up that hill.
Yeah.
And if you recall the number of incidents as well we've had where someone is intentionally driving slow and something happening, just look at Monaco, I think it was 24. Perez, Hülkenberg.
See signs, that's why he took his DNF.
Yes. And also, remember Australia, George and Alonso? Where George was complaining that Alonso braked or went slow at that quick right-hander, which forced George to like go into the gravel and crash. And he crashed. I don't know why the racing steward the racing director / the stewards didn't flag that. To me, that was...
Maybe they were feeling...
That was unnecessarily slow. No, there's nothing like feeling.
Stewards are actually independent.
It's a
Are
safety-
actually employed by the
It's like
FIA.
throwing that nini.
Yeah.
I know.
It's a safety thing.
It's a safety thing. And also back to Canada. Yes, he threw that thing on the track and he was, I don't know, fined. But that fine, he was told, if you do it again, now you'll have to pay. If you don't do it again.
See, that's what I'm telling you. Maybe they're feeling for him.
No, that doesn't make sense. I think George is just in this mental space or state where he can't beat Antonelli. So he'll rather screw the race to try and get a few.
George is
Burn
the kid.
the whole burn the whole house with everybody in it.
Because what was that at Monaco?
Okay, I agree with you.
Preach,
I
brother,
agree
preach.
He's my melon of the day because of that.
What about
My other melon is Charles' side of the garage.
wait.
You guys shafted my boy.
So for the driver, of course, you can't deny the Grand Slam of Kimi.
Yeah.
And I'll also put there are so many. There's Haja and also Hamilton, but Hamilton is used to it. But Hamilton, as you said, for the pressure with all the problems. And also team, I agree with you, like this British rookie got the best strategy of the whole race. Yeah. Even he said he has a British accent. Okay, which
Indian.
He also called them. He called the team wizards.
Yeah.
He said, "You guys are wizards." So, I guess you guys have already said what I had in mind.
Okay, folks, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
So again, thank you guys for tuning in. The Statman Mushiri has given you the stats that you needed, and technical jamaa wetu hapa done or just done was done with the rumors of Checo and Valtteri.
Not rumors, debate. Put an end to that debate.
Or the debate, as you would like to put it. The debacle.
Dusted.
Yeah, it's done. Dan has just done that. And being your boy is...
Yeah.
Some guys wameanza kunitusi mahali wananiita the troubled man, but relax.
You are the troubled one. You're still troubled, man.
I'm not troubled at all. I'm okay. See you guys in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Vamonos. We call it... Kuja K1. Watch the race. Kuja K1.
SGP.
Yeah.
Season of Red Bull starts in Spain.
Maybe.
You are saying...